Hey everybody, we're back for another Space Engineers. I gotta apologize for the abrupt ending of the last video. I paused the footage as I told you guys I would, and then I got back to the base, was doing a couple things, and I resumed, but shortly after I unpaused the video, the recording software I used completely just closed itself down, and it did it again. Because I already did this intro once and had a video going for you guys, and I paused it because I was going to mine through the night, and I didn't think that would make too interesting of a video for you guys. And then I unpaused it because we saw another one of these out in the distance, and it was shortly after I got there and was taking it over, I noticed that my recording overlay was gone and that the software had closed itself again. Unfortunately, we crashed the ship that we were bringing back. Before I could get the magnetic pad down to lock it onto the ground, my bots took out some of its thrusters, and so it is currently rubble down at the bottom of the canyon. So I guess for now, I am not going to be able to just pause and unpause, because every time I do, it seems to want to crash my software, so I'll have to sort that out. But in the meantime, I guess I just won't be able to pause and resume, so I'll try not to do too much boring stuff for you guys, and I'll just go out in the night right now to look for ore. So I'm hoping that it's just something to do with the pausing and that I don't have a problem with my recording software not agreeing with Space Engineers. Either way, I will try to sort out whatever the problem is. And as always, I hope you guys are enjoying. If you guys want to leave a like or a comment, you're more than welcome to give me any criticism. It might be interesting to check out. Depending on how armed it is, we might be able to raid it. Okay, it's not the same faction. If it was the same faction as the trading post, I wasn't going to mess with it. Last thing I want to do is irritate the only safe zone around that I can do trade with. Let's start getting low to the ground so that the ore detector set to max. Ooh, it's already asking us to keep our distance. Let's see if we can push it, getting close, but if it starts to go red, typically those processing stations have a lot of defense. Oh, we got nickel over here. And silicone and magnesium. What we really need at the moment, though, is the cobalt so we can get those grids built and get more storage. I also really need to get some lights on it. Oh, I mentioned this in the video that now won't exist, but one of the mods I have is to be able to recolor the thruster flame. There we go. Eventually, I'll decide on a color scheme or whatnot for the ship, but right now this is kind of just a little utility thing until I start modifying it. I don't know if I'm going to try to turn it into a miner or just a scout ship. Able to get decently close to that station. Now, I do not want to lose the ship in case it turns hostile, so I'm going to explore the rest of the way on foot. I got a full tank of hydrogen. And besides that tank, nothing really on me that I can't do without if I die. This isn't the typical ore processing station I'm used to seeing. So we got 2 interior turrets, which is just what they are called. We got a Gatling, and that is a Salt. And there's potentially warheads. A lot of the stations are booby trapped with the warheads. And yes, I said it that way deliberately. Okay, let's see. What is it? It's on a wall. Uh-oh. That would be on top of a cargo container. Surprised it hasn't turned hostile yet. Maybe we can get lucky and manage to take it down before it does. Nope.
Your health is critical. Low health.
Man, it is going to take me a while to be able to get back to get that.
Energy low.
I was hoping we could at least grind away to get that interior turret out of the way. But at least we got the Assault out, so I think I parked it far enough away that the Gatling turret won't bother it, but I can't say for certain. We're gonna tell it to make a couple bottles, do some quick mining to get them produced. And then once those bottles are filled, we will jet out there with our backpack and at least try to get our ship back. If we can, and it's outside the range, we can get our body as well, because then we won't have to waste the hydrogen tank that's in it, or bottle that's in it. Food's so low we can't even sprint. Okay, both bottles are done. Tell it to make a bunch of plates. Unfortunately, the bottles are too big to go through the connection point, so we have to grind it down. That's another thing we're going to have to get done soon is get some O2 generators going and get some ice. We should get out of the fog before too much longer. There it goes. And then apparently back in. Not the best for video. Kind of reminds me of being on Mars. The storms there are brutal. You cannot see a single thing in front of you at all. Just the constant sandstorm is very irritating. I parked the ship around 800 out. Ah, there it is. I heard that Gatling turret. Might have to do the old tunnel to it. I don't feel like getting shot. Did my backpack just disappear? It did. Really? One shot to me?
Low health. Energy low.
What are the odds? Normally I just write it off as a loss, but with the ship over there, it can't really. I'm just gonna have it produce like 10. What? Yeah, there we go. My light wasn't wanting to turn on. Odd to say, but hopefully when it shot me, it shoved my backpack even farther away, so that maybe it's out of range, or at least over a lip, so that I can't get shot again. I wish I could access it from down below without having to grind, but... Hope you guys at least get a kick out of seeing my repeated failure. Some of the times they can be funny. You know what? For you guys' viewing, I am going to take off the storm right now. That doesn't remove weather permanently, it just removes the weather that is happening now. I wouldn't particularly care about having to deal with it, but that doesn't make for the best viewing for you guys. Hopefully I can get my body before it despawns this time. If I remember right, the Gatling turret range is like 800 meters. You know what? I think we'll just take the ship and go. I don't think I'll be able to get close enough without getting shot again. Gotta stay low enough that they can't get me. It's just weird that it was shooting, but yet that faction isn't hostile yet. I should have still been able to grind down for a while before they got hostile. I don't know why it started firing. I've never had a station fire at me when it was still neutral. Oh. Ooh, cobalt and iron. This will, even just a little bit of cobalt will go a long way for getting cargo storage. Because that one storage container will fill up quick. and we'll grab a little bit of iron too. Once we get the better tools, this will go a lot faster too. Okay, it's a good amount for now. It takes a while for cobalt to smelt. Top the bottles off. Take back a bit more than we do for the cobalt, since we're gonna blow through the iron. Dump the stone. Eventually, I will get a mining ship set up. I don't know if I want to build a new one myself or use a couple of blueprints of ones that I already have. Like, I got a blueprint that was part of a build that was originally a YouTuber called Splitsy. I've watched a lot of his Space Engineers videos with him and his buddies, and I used their original blueprint for what was called the Butterball, and then I modified it a bit. Not terribly much, but just enough to make it a little bit more useful for my needs. It's a very simple design for that ship. It's a very beginner one, but see that blue dot. That is part of one of the mods. That's one of the entities that'll constantly come and attack us. I mean, you kill them, they'll have some stuff in their inventory. I don't know why he's not attacking, but that one hits you and he freezes you, and a lot of times you'll see a message pop up that says you dropped your tool or weapon if you were holding it. It won't actually drop it to the ground, but you won't be having it in your hands. The other one is a zombie one, and they poison you when they attack you. And then you have the robot raiders, which I'm kind of surprised we haven't had another pod come down. I had one come down when we were doing stuff off camera, but it only had one of the robots in it, so it was a lot easier. I saw gold and silver. We definitely want to mark those ones. Ooh, that's getting close. I really hope that's not going to fly over the base. We have 0 protection. I might have to throw a cargo container or 2 onto the ship and go fly it into the safe zone, because that looks like it's going to fly straight over us. If it does, I guarantee we're going to get attacked. And we do not have the resources to be able to survive. Get completely destroyed for the base. Especially the rover, because the rover has our only survival kit right now. And that dot down there, or the circle I should say, is the Wandering Merchant ship, the same one that I'm flying now that I tried to take when the recording software ended. We grounded enough that now the trade faction is hostile to us, so we're going to have to be more careful now about how we raid them. That works. This one has connection points on all sides, so I'll put that one there, and then once I have enough resources, I'll replace this T-junction. Which I think the bots will produce it quick enough. Yep, see? Bots filled it in. So... oof. Yeah. Probably should load up on resources. I don't want to connect it to the one that we're actually going to use, because that pit that we are mining in for stone right now, it'll eventually be incorporated into the base. I'll probably do like half outside the cliff, half buried. If you're wondering what I'm talking about for here, I am going to try to dig a hole and shove the rover into it. At least then the survival kit will be protected. They very well could just skirt the edge of us, but I could risk all the supplies that we have. I just can't risk the survival kit. Because if we lose that, we can't respawn here, and if we lose the base and the survival kit, we'll have no way of rebuilding. And even if they don't come near us, this will still be good for the future. Ow. Ah, taking damage from hunger. Okay, so they're going farther away, so that's good.
Your health is low. Health critical.
That's something we need to set up. We need to get
Health low.
algae farms and such set up so that we can start getting some kelp produced and
Energy low.
can I not access my backpack? Because I had 2 bottles in that backpack. Definitely didn't get thrown. Oh, I might. Yeah, I think I might be in the builds bots range. Weird. Not in the range, but yeah, 2 full bottles. It picked them up. That should be deep enough in. I mean, if anybody comes from over here, it's still kind of exposed. So I think I'll try to get it to curve a little bit so it's not still facing the opening. That's why typically early game, I hollow out a cave by right-clicking, and then I start building inside there. But I figured I'd try a little different and build outside the cave first. Okay. Can you still see the survival kit from the entrance? A little bit. With the one of the previous updates, they made the AIs a little bit more smart on how they do things. So, last thing I want is to lose the survival kit. Until I can get some medical comps being produced. See, that's perfect. The odds of it being spotted are very low. But I think we should go back and see if we can get some of those algae farms built. Half, and we'll just do a full. I really don't want to put it right above the solar panel. That one's going to be blocked. Those ones are getting good power. I think I'll just take these two out. Or at least the one. That's in line with the algae farm. Guess that was the only thing holding it up. Not the biggest problem. I really gotta make this thing accessible just by walking. Oh. It's requesting, if you saw that, if you didn't read it, it's requesting permission to land at a ground installation. So that is now producing. That is good. I don't know how quickly it produces, but next output is in 4 minutes. Did I not get credit for... You know, I probably didn't get credit for this. There it goes. But I think that'll do it for this one, because we just hit the 40-minute mark. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, even though I did die a couple times and we had to see me going back and forth. But, hope you guys have been enjoying. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.